and welcome to Training Tuesday, where we go through weekly tips and tricks to make your career just a little bit more awesome. This week we are talking all about the power of knowledge, and man, is this one a doozy. The other week I was talking to a client of mine all about this topic, and the reason it came up was because she had shared that she's a little bit of an avoider when stuff feels scary. And the way that we were talking about it was, she had started a business on the side while she was working in her 9-to-5, and she loved her 9-to-5. But she said to me, she's like, I haven't really been talking about my business all that much because I'm kind of scared because I don't know what I'm allowed to do within my company. And I said, whoa. Hold please, hold up. What does your non-compete say? To which she sheepishly admitted that she had not ever checked her non-compete. And as we talked about this, she shared something that unfortunately I hear a lot, which is she was scared to see what the answer was. So instead she just avoided it altogether. Nope, not doing that. That is not something that works with me and my clients. And so her homework was to then first and foremost go look and see so she could make an educated decision, because maybe it's something worth worrying about, or maybe it was totally fine. And you know what? When she went and checked her non-compete, it was totally fine. There was no language that limited her from doing exactly what she was already doing. And so I share that with you because I think this is unfortunately a really common thing I see with people, right? We're scared to find out the answer to something, so we just try and avoid finding it out altogether. Same thing happens all the time with health stuff, right? People are like, well, I'm scared of what the doctor's gonna say, so if I just don't go, they can't tell me, right? Not effective. As all of you know, as a mom, as someone who had a mom who fought ovarian cancer for 5 years, like the most important thing you can do is find out that you have it so you can start to do something about it, right? And that is the issue with not knowing these things, and that is the issue with avoidance, because not knowing does absolutely nothing to help, but it does stop you from being able to respond. And that is not what we are about, right? That is not an empowered approach. And so what I want you to do, each of you, is to try and take ownership for your life, right? Operate from a place of empowerment. Do things because you know what exactly will happen as a result of it, right? Have all your cards on the table is the best way that I can say it, right? Because otherwise you're making choices based on stuff that we don't even actually know. And that's not the right way to make choices. That's not how we make good or reasonable or positive changes in life for the most part, right? And so that is what I want for you. And in order to do that, you gotta start with knowledge. So my tip for you this week is simple. I want you to ask yourself if there's something that you've been operating without total knowledge on, right? Without having all the info on. So maybe it's the raise that you think maybe isn't possible for you, but you haven't actually talked to your manager about. Maybe it is the information on, your health that you've been avoiding going to the doctor about and finding out more on. Maybe it is the info about starting that business that you want to start or checking your non-compete. Any of the above, I want you to think, is there any area in my life in which I'm not operating with all the knowledge that I need? And if so, start to seek it out. Okay, so that is my tip for you this week. I really want you to stop the assumptions and start coming from an educated place, because that's how we do our best as people. So be educated, be empowered, know that if you're finding that you are maybe kind of avoiding some of the info on some of this, there might be a deeper reason why. You can certainly always reach out to me. I'm here to support you and work through that, because that is what I do with my clients day in and day out. But know that you always gotta come from a place of education and empowerment, okay? So start there, and happy working.